Well, I've got this apart. Let me show you how I set up these idler pulleys. Now, I will clean this up a bit, but it is a little bit bad. But for right now, so what I did was I put a M4 insert into the back here, because that'll be where you tighten the screw down and pull it back. Pull it back and tension it down. I put another M4 insert so that you can screw it through the side panel here on this side. On this side here, and keep it to where it'll stay where you put it, and it's not always pushing on the back. An M3 bolt that goes through here to this idler pulley, which is I don't know, I'll link it down below. They're 3mm on the inside. There's a ton of them out there that are kind of like this, and you can get those, but I thought that was too big and it wouldn't fit through the gap that you have down here, because this gap is meant to fit this perfectly, and so it wouldn't fit. But you basically just take an M3 bolt and just slide it through there. I made it tight enough, the hole tight enough to where it'll fit through there. And yeah, so let me finish getting this put back together, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so now we got that linked up. It looks pretty decent. It's not the tightest right now, but it is good. I'm gonna go ahead and install this. Now I'm gonna see if it fits perfectly, but if not, I can always grind off a little bit off of this. I did take off a little bit off the end of this, the stepper motor, to make sure it fit. Now it's got to be 590 millimeters from here to this edge to this edge. So we got to measure that after we get this installed and make sure it's not wider than that or less than that, and we can control that by these as well if it's too short, because there's a little bit play with these. Alright, so let's get this installed on here. I did grind flat one of these edges as well so that I could attach this, because I really didn't want this slipping, because I've got 2 linkages there instead of just one. And like I said, I'm just doing this with stuff I have laying around, trying to make it work. If you have extra parts or you want to order the exact parts, that's fine. I can put down in the like I said, I'll put a parts list down on the bottom of what all you need, and then you can decide what you want to do as far as making things. It'd probably be cheaper if you buy one, but since I had these already laying around, I figured I might as well use them, and it was cheaper for me to buy these 2 linkages than one whole cable, or one whole thing, one whole linkage. Loosen this one up. It's a little bit tight on the back here. Now once I have the front panel on, it should stay pretty tight in that position right there. Let me get that front panel on, and then we'll connect everything up and see if it works. I think I'm gonna have to grind this down just a little bit more before it'll actually fit. Take this screw out. Actually, no, that loosened it up. Great, perfect. All right, let's get this pulley on. This belt, I should say. That. Oh, that looks good. That looks nice and straight. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is that it's rubbing up against the, I'm going to take this off. I'm going to see if I have a smaller one laying around here somewhere. Because that's not going to work. Sorry, having a bit of a lighting situation here, but got the front panel on. Now we're going to try and connect up this. Now I've loosened up this middle one here, this middle linkage, just so that it can slide in case it needs to. Now, one thing I'm going to mention here is you're going to want to make sure your axes are even and parallel to the bottom. You can do that by running them all the way to the back, or just kind of noting where they're at on the rail and making sure that that rail, that they're the exact same position. I can fix that later. I just want to get this put together, because once you link this up, it's done. I mean, it's locked into position there with both axes. And then we'll get this testing out, see if it actually runs. For those of you who are betting, I give it about 20% chance of working flawlessly on the first try. Yeah, it looks like it needs to. It's bending there in the middle, so that's not going to be a good way to do this. So let me loosen this up a little. Because that's not going to spin straight if it's like that. It's also kind of rubbing up against the motherboard, which I don't like. Which I don't see why it would, but maybe I'm using the wrong teeth. Maybe it's too long. Or too Wide around is what I meant. Alright everyone, so as you can see I got it put back together. It's a lot sturdier than I expected it to be with that rod in there. And it is exactly at 590 millimeters, so we should be good. Now, these front pieces that I printed off, they're a little bit longer than I expected. So I'm going to go ahead and edit the file so that they're the right length. The only thing I will not include are these holes because I really don't want to have to make them exact. I'll try maybe making a model, but I can't guarantee that they'll work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to plug up the X and Y motors and plug in the computer to this and see if it actually runs. So let's see what we got. All right, I'll be right back. All right, everybody. So the computer is hooked up. I'm ready to hook up power. I wanted to film this just in case something went severely wrong. Okay, power's on, plugged in. Nothing has exploded, so go ahead and turn it on. Oh, I heard it ding on the computer. Alright, let's see if we can recognize it in light burn. Alright, so it is showing that it is here. Let me go to move, and I'm gonna try and move it backwards. Let's change that to 10 millimeters because I don't want it to go 50. So something's wrong. Let's see. What was the error? Okay. I don't know what's going on, but let me go ahead and try and home it. Okay. So something's, yeah, this came out, that's why. It's not able to turn. Probably because the motor is hung up because it wasn't able to turn this. So I think I've got to adjust this length a little bit more. I think it's just too tight in there. Let me try it again. Well, that's why we record these things, and that is why I'm not an expert. Alright, so let me try and adjust this a little bit, and then we'll try it again. Okay, we're back. That took less time than I thought. I just did a few adjustments on the coupler, so let's see now how it looks. Let me try just homing it. It's not moving. I mean, it moves freely. So let me try doing a firmware update and seeing if that helps. I'm going to try plugging in the laser module and see if that helps, because maybe it's not moving because it doesn't detect the laser module, and then we'll try that. I originally didn't have the laser module on there because I didn't want to mess it up, but if it's required, then we'll definitely make a problem. If it's not hooked up, that might be the cause of the problem. I don't know. Just not getting any error codes on Lightburn, so in the console, so that's not probably some proprietary software or something that's causing the issue. It might be something else. I'll see. Let's see. All right, let's go ahead and try it again. All right, let me close out of Lightburn and go into Creative Space and see what's going on. Let me see if it actually detects the module and everything. Okay, it's detecting it. Check for updates. Currently up to date. All right. I tried turning off the limit switches because there might be an issue with the limit switches because they're not plugged in. Alright. And then that. Let's see. Alright. Since that's done, let me go ahead and go back into Lightburn and we'll see. Okay. Alright, here we go. Oh! That was it. It was the limit switches. I tell you. Alright, so let's try going. 10. Would you look at that? Alright, let me try moving it 30, and I'm going to go this way. Well, that didn't work. I did 300, that's why. I swear. Gotta double check yourself sometimes. But yeah, it's working just fine. Let me do this. Keep crashing the laser into the sides, but yeah, it was just the limit switches, and I ordered a cable for the limit switches, and it's still on its way, so that's probably my main issue, was why it was beeping. And I kind of thought that at first, but I wanted to try other things first. So yeah, looks like it's working as far as movement is concerned. So now all I'm going to do is throw on the back plate, and we can try testing this thing out once I get some feet on it. I'll save that for another video, the actual test. But it's moving. So I think we're good as far as possibly resurrecting this and making it a new machine. I'm excited, guys. Can't wait to try this out. And if it is, I'll make all the files available, everything that I've done. I'll put it all in the description. And you guys can, if you want to, use these files to make your own. Now, the rails themselves, like I said, I'm repurposing them from my D1 Pro. If you're watching this from as the first video, you might want to go back and watch the other videos that show where I got these from. Because what I did was I upgraded my D1 Pro 40 watt to the extended rails, and these came off of it. And so I had to manufacture a few parts. But yeah, I'm I'm excited, guys. I think this will work. All right. Well, if you guys like this video, if you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, subscribe, like. I do a lot of types of these videos. I'm planning on a lot more types of videos kind of like this, where I Frankenstein together stuff. But it's all part of my hobby channel, and I'll definitely share with you guys what I do and what makes my channel so special, I think. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and tune in for the next video where we actually put this thing on feet and try and run it. All right, thanks. Bye.